On YouTube, it says, "Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another KFS watch along. We are watching the Knicks take on the Milwaukee Bucks in their first ever in-season
Mm.
tournament game. They are in the quarterfinals or the knockout stage, whichever you would like to say. Shout out to those of you around the world that call it a knockout stage, and shout out to you Americans that don't watch soccer, that just know this as the quarterfinals. DJ Zulo is with me, as you can see on your screens. Jonathan Macker will join us in a little bit. DJ, how you feeling about this game?
Feeling good. I mentioned right before we got going here that I got a little bit of the big game butterflies sort of happening right now. It feels meaningful. It feels important. It feels like a good measuring stick game, even though we've played this team already. But it's nice to have these guys go into a game with clearly some attention, some meaning, contrived or not. It's going to feel like a playoff atmosphere type of game. And then obviously it's a team that, if this Knicks squad has, goals of getting to the semis or the Eastern Conference Finals in the playoffs, they're going to probably have to go through. So great measuring stick game. I think that you can kind of go both ways in terms of like where this game is going to go matchup wise. Giannis and Brook are always a tough matchup for this Knicks squad, and then the Dame factor. So it's just going to be a fun game, and I'm looking forward to a competitive fourth quarter and just let Brunson and Dame go back and forth. Maybe should be fun.
Yeah, it took me a minute, I was telling you beforehand, to actually get into it as a tournament
Right.
matchup. I shared John's sentiment last week when it was like, dang, so our reward is we have to play the Bucks again. And potentially if we lose, we have to play the Celtics again.
Right.
And the more and more pomp and circumstance that got thrown onto this thing. And to your point, like, yes, this December is weird that the Knicks will be playing the Bucks 3 different times,
Yeah.
but I'd like to see what the barometer is. I'd like to see how we match up against the best of the best in the conference if this team has aspirations of anything that matters this year. So I'm successfully excited for this game. We're a different team than we were when we played them. Well, I say we, or like I'm on the team, like the Knicks were at the beginning of November when they played the Bucks. Julius Randle was mired in the worst slump to start a season in 20 years, and now he's coming in as the reigning Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Jalen Brunson just kind of shows up for big games, so I have no doubts there. But RJ Barrett was non-existent in that game. Josh Hart was a different player in that game, so I'm looking forward to seeing what is hopefully a better Knicks team playing, admittedly a better Bucks team, but
Yeah.
giving them a better effort this time. That was only a 5-point game too. Is your
I'm
screen
in.
better? Okay, they have
I'm in.
resolved it.
I'm locked. I see the feed. We are ready to go.
Okay, we'll be providing to those of you on YouTube. Shout out to all of you watching along with us. We'll be watching along with our playback group over on Patreon that are able to watch there. If you want to join on Patreon just to interact with us in the chat, you can. We will be providing timestamps as much as we can throughout the game to tell you where we are in the action. Tip-off just happened, by the way. Speaking of, Knicks win the tip. So here we go.
So we got a Beasley on Brunson matchup, which is kind of what we thought and where Brunson can really go to work.
Ooh, RJ. Ooh, RJ. Ooh, RJ. That was
good
all of
footwork,
the
but
phases
yeah.
there where I was like, I'd rather you pass out. Oh, that was a good footwork to get around him, but then
Yep.
got a great take, but you'll take
Yeah.
it.
And on your pregame show, they mentioned Middleton being, just not the same defender. So the Knicks looking to attack that matchup, and we got our first Julius turnover. Bucks come the other way.
Ooh, stretch 5. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Okay.
I don't know what the numbers say, but I don't
Guys.
mind.
Oh,
All right.
kickball. Okay, so they're gonna say it's off the
Okay.
other team. Ooh, Jalen Brunson.
That is a tough shot.
You don't teach that.
Yeah. No, you don't. It looked like you got fouled on the play too.
Yeah.
Just going hard and finishing with the left hand off glass. That's tough.
Wow. Okay.
So we had Julius in the pick and roll a lot in that Phoenix game, second half. Seemed to be a clear target for the Suns, and we get an early action here where the Bucks get a lob at the rim with Julius, and there's Jalen again. So he's now 2 for 2.
He that was they were gonna he was gonna lob to Mitch if there you go, good D. He was gonna lob to Mitch if they brought the center over. There you go, RJ. Look at this. Defense creates offense.
Yep. Bucks never stop the ball. Straight line to the rim. RJ been great. He's been great in transition the entire season. Phenomenal out of that scenario. So I'll just kind of keep a loose track of it, but that's already 2 pick and rolls that the Bucks have put Julius in.
Yeah.
It just seems like they're just gonna target that matchup.
The word is out.
Yeah.
Uh,
Listen, they got one of the better roll men in the league in Giannis, so it's a
My goodness, Julius.
we got Giannis hurt.
Oh no. Oh no. You don't want that. Okay, he ran back.
Okay.
He's Superman for a reason.
Yeah, he went down pretty hard.
Yeah.
And looked like it was more than just a tweak. Let's see. We get a replay of that.
Oh, that's how Julius got hurt. The
Yeah.
foot underneath on the rebound.
Yes.
That's the Bam Adebayo. Julius with a elbow jumper he's been money with for the last week. Okay.
Yeah, he's been shooting well on the move. It's the catch and shoot opportunities that are still kind of not there, but off the move in the mid range, he's been very solid of late.
No, that's not executed well. Here you go, Grimes.
Just stay solid here. Good contest.
The Knicks have 4 in the paint. I love this team.
Mm-hmm.
Every rebound. Ooh, would have wanted that. Drop coverage.
It's a Beasley. He wasn't really open, but that's where if Brunson is gonna hurt you a little bit, it's contesting on those closeouts. Good job by Beasley just going up and getting over the top.
Yeah. Ooh, guys. RJ.
Yeah. This is now the second. That's a lot of dribbling for RJ. Ooh. Kick this out. Kick it out.
When he brings it down is always the issue. Man.
I don't mind attacking Middleton with RJ, but I just feel like it needs to be a little more in the flow of the offense versus just him ISOing and dribbling 3 or 4 times. I don't think you're going to get efficient looks out of that.
Tibbs is yelling for a call. Beasley's very aggressive on Brunson. Okay. That's in the air. Is that shooting?
Yeah, it looked like he seemed to be shooting on that play.
That should have been a foul. Oh, I'll take it.
Yes, we got 9-8 Milwaukee, 7:56 left in the first. Tibbs screaming. He's into this. Looks like we're not going to get RJ free throws, but like you, I thought he was in the act.
I thought he was in the air. I guess they called it on the ground.
Yeah.
You see that stat? Tibbs is 5 wins away from 500.
He's been in the league a long time, and he's done a lot of winning. Yeah. He's been a lot of winning.
Oh, wow, that worked out.
That did work out, and I did not expect Mitch to catch that ball, to be honest with you.
I thought that was in the second row. I'll take it. It worked out. Look what I found. Ooh, that's a good pass from Lopez.
Yeah, you know what? And I thought Julius actually came over and helped.
He rotated well
there. He did.
Lopez just made a sick pass. Yeah,
he did.
I agree.
Now, I don't have the sound going that loud, but it just doesn't feel like a crowd is that into this right now.
There's no. I have the sound a little bit up, and it's not. It's not Indiana. I'll say that to start.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, granted, this crowd has seen the finals recently. Ooh. Oh, so Giannis is good, huh?
He's good. Strong.
We should build that wall if we like that.
Yeah.
Like to keep him out of the paint.
Yes.
I have a question for you, first time out, about initial thoughts. Brunson 0 for 2 from 3 to start.
It's the area that Grimes can get taken advantage of a little bit. Bigger
Right.
wing, get him down low.
Going to a TV timeout, 6:33 left in the first quarter. So you noticed the first time that these two teams played that they were very much pack the paint. If guys beat you on the perimeter, they beat you, which
Yes.
like Giannis took 3 threes and made all 3 of his 8 threes for the season, right?
Yep.
And like Marchand Beauchamp took a bunch of threes and made them, and Jay Crowder did. Now, while that's bad, then Brook missed a bunch, and Middleton missed a bunch, and Beasley missed a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like they're not walling off the paint to start this game, which is why Giannis is kind of doing whatever he wants. Is that a conscious coverage change that you see, or is it just like the
Yeah.
flow of the game to start?
I think it's partly this, at least the starting lineup. There's a lot of shooting on the floor. I mean, everyone on the roster on the starting lineup except Giannis is a credible shooter. So I think it's that potentially, and then I think we'll know for sure when they go to the bench and it's Beauchamp coming in the game. And I know they have some injuries. Some of their better shooters are not going to be playing in this game. So I can see the Knicks adjusting a little bit as, you know, the reserves come in. But right now, I think there's just a lot of shooting on the floor, and it presents, I mean, this is, as you talked about on the pregame, it's a really good offense that's playing really well right now. And they can just, you have to pick your poison. I can, you know, you hope Mitch does his job in the paint, and you hope Grimes is getting over the top of these screens well enough to make the, you know, those pull-ups from Dame tougher. You know, I haven't minded the defense necessarily, at least the efforts there. Yeah, offensively, I don't know what RJ is sort of like processing right now, but I just feel like he has come out and I know he made the one floater off the initial miss, but I just don't like how he's attacking, because this team is not the team to do like the RJ, I'm going to try to go through you and around you and over you with like 3 guys in the paint. So I'm just not liking that, his processing to start. Seems like he's forcing a lot of actions.
It's almost as if, and I'm asking you this more than making this observation, but like RJ on Middleton, the Bucks know the Knicks are going to try and take advantage of that.
Yep.
But they know RJ's trying to get to the rim, and then the Bucks have an answer at the rim. So while
That's right. Yeah.
that's at least my initial thought is,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a mid range he has to take advantage of or kick out if the kick out's there, but this is where Julius having that step back is so much something they can take advantage of, you know.
It's a great observation, because I think you're right that they're sitting on his drives, and he just doesn't have that mid-range versatility to really cook in a way that's going to like bear fruit if your goal is to just ISO and try to get to your spots, because it's not in the bag right now for him. And who knows if it ever will be. It's not right now. And he's better attacking in transition, which he did have that one transition attempt and finish, and then just going, you know, with the flow of the offense and let Julius and Brunson create the gravity and just make your shots off the catch. That's the RJ that's going to be efficient, not this version right now.
Yeah. I have a prediction, by the way, that this will be
what do you got?
This will be a quickly game.
Okay.
Because if they're gonna
that.
play him straight up like that, then his floater will be a weapon by the time he gets in. We're back, by the way. 6:22 left in the second quarter. In the first quarter. Nice, Julius. That elbow has just been money for like a week and a half. It's like he remembered he has it.
Yeah, it's so true. And we got an early Giannis breather, so we got our old friend Bobby Portis in the game.
Oh, shot put.
Yeah, it is a shot put, isn't it?
it's literally.
It looked like it never got above the rim in terms of the arc.
I was at Dave and Buster's this week with my brother for his birthday, and that's literally me doing Papa Shot. Just like shot. I know how you practice that, Brook Lopez.
Yep.
Ooh, good defense.
All right, so that's at least the second Lillard turnover, I believe, or he involved in a turnover.
Back him down. Julius is feeling it. Julius is feeling it. Okay. Next up 5:20 to play.
He's really active defensively too.
Yeah.
Julius.
As
I say that, he gives up an offensive rebound.
That happens. He gives up a blow by after that, and he gets lucky. He's gonna get lucky because the impact metrics are just gonna show a rebound. That's a good pass. RJ!
There it
Okay,
is.
maybe you can finish. There you go.
You know what? That's off the Julius, creating the
Off the
action.
pass, yeah.
Off the pass, and then he's got Brook on the move versus standing under the paint. That's a good couple of minutes by our Knicks.
So, I believe this is the stat. As soon as Julius gets to 11-4 tonight, he'll be one of 3 players in the NBA with 400 points, 200 rebounds, 100 assists. The other 3 are Giannis, are Jokic and Embiid.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is, you know what? That's just, I know the efficiency issues, but that is any way you cut it, that's impressive.
Like, it's counting stats, do what you want with it, but,
Yeah, but
he
it
has
matters,
been
right?
making an effort to pass
No, his
more.
passing, I feel like, has been
And
phenomenal.
as Tibbs surrounds him with shooters, like when they go to that lineup with DiVincenzo or when Josh Hart is turning those passes into shot attempts or cuts, like that Raptor game was really the culmination of what we've been wanting to see. But
Yeah.
it's why, I understand every complaint about Julius. I want it recognized. He's also playing really well too at the same time when he chooses to.
Yeah, when he chooses to, and when he's saying that controlled chaos where he just seems like he's moving in a very aggressive, but he knows the spots he's trying to get to. And in that in that Toronto game, it was very easy for him, it seemed, to get to where he wanted to go because of the physical advantage, strength wise. I was a little skeptical that he was going to have that ability in this game, and he just seems like he's operating the same way. Like, I'm getting to that right elbow, and I'm getting to the middle of the paint, and I'm going to either score or I'm going to make a pass.
Well,
And
notice
he's
it's the
controlled the game.
elbow. It's the elbow, though. It's not. He's not bully ball. Like, oh, that's
Right.
Siakam. That's food. Like, the only time we saw him back someone down was Portis, who he does have that physical advantage against.
Yes. It's a good point. He's and just keeping these, even Portis, it's just much harder to play defense when you're contesting on the move versus camped out and you have guys going into you. So I feel like that play, and then that RJ finish where he's catching off the Julius pass, it's just an aggressive 1 or 2 dribbles getting to the paint and going around the shot blocker versus trying to go through him. So I like what I'm seeing so far. You agree? I mean, you feel good about where the early?
I like
I know we're early. Yeah.
The fact that we haven't seen the bench unit, like the Knicks, I've become addicted to lineup data this year. The 2 best Knicks lineups that you heard me mention on the pregame pod, like we still haven't seen the Josh Hart quickly lineup. We still haven't seen the Josh Hart DiVincenzo lineup, and the Knicks are winning. So if their starting 5 is already going to do this, imagine what the better lineups that they have are going to do.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I'm curious where the we got Portis being the first guy off the bench, and then beyond that, I mean, this is going to be a very shallow bench for the Bucks. So interested, will this be like a 38-minute game for Dame? It feels like it almost has to for them to win. Giannis getting early rest, he's not going to be up in that range unless they go into an overtime. But there just doesn't seem to be a lot of bodies that Adrian Griffin is going to have to throughout this team,
which
with
is
these injuries.
What we were told. This is a Bucks team that, and I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. This was a Bucks team that was meant for Drew Holiday at point guard. Like, that trade was made a week before the season, still before training camp, or before media day, technically. So, Dame misses the jumper. 4:40 left in the first quarter. Oh, who's this? Oh, he nothing but net is who that is. This is the Pat Connaughton replacement for tonight.
All right, I need to look this. Hold on, what are we looking at right now? Number 20 on the Bucks. Man.
Let's call him Grayson Allen. Brunson's forcing his shot a little bit.
Yeah.
I never want to complain about Jalen Brunson, never, but forcing it a little bit. Josh Hart in the game, by the way. So we're getting Hart with the starters.
And right away, the Bucks attack him with the Portis at the 4. So it's a post up an easy jump hook in the lane. Now we need
Quickly's already at the scorer's table.
There he is. Right.
Yeah. Ooh. All right, RJ's to the line.
All right, I like that. You know, he had the Bucks just it wasn't a cross match. They had Portis on RJ in that half court set, and he just pick and rolls, putting Portis in a position where he's not, I'm sure, accustomed to guarding the pick and roll ball handler, and just he was patient.
By the way, that stat I said earlier, I was off by the fact that right now there are 3 players that have 300, 150, 105, and 100. And like Sabonis is the other one, not Embiid, right? And if Julius gets 12 and 7, as soon as he gets to that, he will be one of 2 players with 400, 200, 100. Because Sabonis is nowhere near him in rebounds or points.
Right.
So it'll be just him and Jokic. Julius Randle and Jokic.
There you go.
I don't know how much we put in this counting stat thing, but worth noting. As the Bucks hit a 3.
It's worth noting, and there's Beauchamp with an open look.
RJ, shoulder down, but you got the call. I'll take it.
He has been. I mean, he's just attacking right now. And so I got a name here. We got an AJ Green, number 20 in the Bucks, who hit that 3 off the bench. Northern Iowa.
That kid's name is old. AJ Green?
AJ Green. Number 20. Let's see. How many minutes has he played this year? Because I've not done any scouting on AJ Green to prepare for this.
I need to know what AJ stands for. I hear AJ Green. A different.
You think NFL?
Different face pops up is what I'm trying to say. AJ Green, NBA. Okay, yeah. AJ for the Bucks. RJ hits both free throws, by the way. All right, we'll figure this out later. Quickly in, by the way. So that Josh Hart lineup with the starters, as per usual, lasts like 1 or 2 possessions. Brunson's off.
All right, good. It's a good look, though. I like the relocation.
It is, yeah. Yeah, I'll live with that, Giannis. You got a layup.
Yep.
That was a
good contested shot.
Ooh,
RJ, you got to finish that,
everything
baby.
But the finish. Then Josh Hart finishes. There we go. Mm-hmm. Good rebound, Hartenstein.
All right, Knicks 24-23, 2 minutes and 30 seconds in the first. Knicks getting some transition, stuff happening here. It's not all pretty, but they seem to be.
Can't leave AJ open.
Undrafted out of Northern Iowa.
Of
all right.
Course. Yeah.
Guarding Jalen Brunson. Let's just.
There you go. And a foul. There you go. And 1. Brunson to the line, 2:06 left. So I said Brunson hasn't played the best, and he's a free throw away from.
Yeah, he's missed some shots, and
it's just missed some shots. He's 0 of 3 from 3, and we're grading him against his standard. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not loving this AJ Green off that we're getting at the moment.
No, neither am I.
Yeah,
he's 2 for 2 from 3. So let's now put that on the scouting report and let's run him off the line.
If the Knicks lose, so the funny thing is when Connaughton and Crowder were announced as out, I was like, all right, there's the 2 guys that were gonna go off against us.
The shooters, right? Yeah. The guys that were gonna make, combined 6
the nobodies that are gonna go off. Oh, AJ Green again. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God. Dude. That shot is clean too.
Ooh, Hartenstein pushback. Okay, 29 all.
All right, so we got a clear indication Knicks are trying to push on every instance here.
Mm-hmm. Double AJ. All right, Dame Lillard's really good.
I think it might be his first basket.
Yeah, it's first I remember at least.
Yeah.
Ooh,
nice
Randle
cut, Julius.
Downhill, and he gets it to go. There you go. I agree. Nice cut.
31 all, just coming up on a minute to go.
Dame hits a 3. Okay. That's just like the NBA playoffs are going to feature that. Like there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, it's off the tie screen and roll. Now you got to finish. Julius cut again.
Ooh. I like that.
It's such a solid play. And it's Julius finishing going downhill. I mean, it just looks great. All right. So we get Giannis isolated here at the top of the key. Brunson's going to draw the charge.
And he got it. There you go. Yep.
Can we just talk a minute the amount of offensive load this guy plays, in terms of Brunson, the usage, and then the fact that he's drawing the amount of charges against guys the size of Giannis.
Yep.
I mean, it's
the fact that it's
incredible.
This is leadership too, because then the whole team has no excuse. Like when
None.
Your 6 foot point guard is taking a charge against Giannis, you really don't have an excuse not to play hard.
Oh.
I bite my tongue as I say this, but like the Derek Jeter diving into the stands thing always goes back to me is like nobody has an excuse not to hustle. Like the man dove head first into concrete to catch a baseball that would have been foul. Oh, Randle. Oh, Randle.
Dude, okay. that shoulder of his to create that space against Giannis.
Uh-huh. All right, dude. We're getting a bit of a Randle game, folks.
Yeah, a little bit.
Better hide your receipts. Or not even your receipts, your sent tweets. That's Hartenstein.
Yeah,
that's Hartenstein.
That's Hartenstein
it's Giannis.
It's also Giannis Euroing around him. He's trying to stop, get him at the wall, but he just goes around him. It's tough.
That's Giannis creating a different angle, so that way.
There it is.
Honestly, did anyone touch him?
Right. Well, that's...
Regardless, great player making a great play. This is a low-scoring affair, huh?
Right.
It's the first quarter,
and we get we're getting a power forward duel here. We got Giannis with 12. I'm trying to load my. We'll see what Julius is at right now. So he's got 12 as well. So the two power forwards are really going. They're going at it right now. Julius is 6 for 6.
Wow, I didn't realize he didn't miss anything. Wow, if Giannis is hitting free throws tonight, then this is one of those games.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No foul?
No foul, nothing. You got to be kidding me. All right, down 2.
Hey, this Buck offense is pretty good.
And Knicks
37-35, Bucks after 1. Gonna have to put some points on the board, boys.
Bucks were 6 of 9 from 3 in that first half. The Knicks 0 of 3, and that was all Brunson. Yeah, do you think that's how the Bucks are playing it? They're like, we'll give you the paint if it means you don't get going from 3.
Yeah, right. It seems that way a little bit, and it's gonna ultimately be a math issue for the Knicks if they're not gonna start making some shots. So, eventually that's gonna have to be a thing. They're gonna have to figure out. And I mean, you're not gonna win the 3-point game likely in this matchup, but you have to be competitive. You can't hemorrhage so many looks from 3 and makes but you can't say enough about how Julius is playing, at least on the offensive end. Looks great.
Yeah. And all that, like we were not fans of RJ's first process steps. And
yes, but
he a 3 for 7 quarter where it's 10 points on 7 shots, got to the line twice.
Yep. Yeah, the Brunson thing, I feel like Brunson missed a lot of shots. We talked about that. He's going to make some of these, hopefully. And then, the Giannis factor here is getting Julius in all these actions is where things are going to get tough, because I just don't know if the Knicks have a good answer for that. It's just requiring a lot of Julius and drop, which we've talked about over the past couple of years, when Knicks have gone to it, and they don't do it often because it just has been kind of a disaster every time they have. And the Bucks are just going to force it because you're not going to want to have your 4 on Giannis. So it's going to be a Julius matchup, and they're going to try to take advantage of that. But the Knicks have advantages on their end. So it's but I'm sure both teams will make their adjustments. Knicks are going to go to their bench heavy lineup now, and we'll see if they can, take advantage of the fact that they are the much deeper team right now.
Agreed. Shout out to everyone watching on YouTube. Shout out to everyone in the chat on playback. Hi, busy. Yes, if you want to look at it this way, Randle is boosting his trade value. Dirty Dancer, the RJ pessimism only took 4 games to come back full force. We're not pessimistic. We are making observations. I've like gone out of my way when I've talked about how he's not shooting 50% from 3 anymore to be like,
Yeah.
yes, but the defense is still there. That's what I care about, is that he's an above average defender, because then you can keep him on the floor in important points of the game when he has it going. Okay. This is AJ Green interview. What is this? Sounds like Larry Bird.
Oh, he's shooting like Larry Bird right now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But okay, he sounds like Larry Bird, but the actor that they got to play Larry Bird in that show on HBO.
Oh, you know what? I see it. Yes.
Yeah. You know what? He kind of looks
almost,
like Larry Bird.
Almost it's like eerie. Yes.
Okay.
Now that you're saying it, I can't.
AJ Green. A star was born tonight, folks. Oh, man. Campaign. Wow, that went in. Okay. Everything's falling at the moment. 11:45. Second quarter just started.
Yeah.
11:45 in the second, everybody.
All right,
Julius with the hold on.
bench. Yeah, Julius with the bench unit.
Is RJ okay? Or is this they're matching Julius and Giannis minutes is what they're doing. And our Julius is 7 for 7. Okay. Yes, by the way, to those in the YouTube chat, John is coming on. His office is occupied at the moment. He will be on potentially in the second half, but he said second quarter. Campaign so if Campaign's getting it going, I'm a tad worried.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I'm not even mad at those looks if they go down, like kind of what you're alluding to. Just tip your hat, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's you can't take everything away.
Ooh, good find. We got to hit a 3 tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Like eventually we're going to have to hit a 3 tonight. Ooh.
Knicks have not made a 3. Is that?
They are 0 for 4 from 3.
Oh, all right.
So far. Now it's 4, so it's not an embarrassing point yet, but
I mean, yeah. I mean, Bucks have at 6. So I mean,
yeah.
it's a big.
It is a margin, which is why it's incredible that they're only down 4. That the Bucks have 18 more points off threes than the Knicks. Got the foul, but it's on their ground.
It's I mean, as a defender, it's that you're trying to fight over a screen and the guy just stops in his tracks. I mean, it's just all right. There we go.
There you go.
Josh Hart
and Giannis got a goaltend. Okay. And that's transition there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's kind of might have had a chance to miss if Giannis doesn't do that.
Yeah, it didn't look like it had the angle, right?
Yeah. So I mean, thank you, Giannis. It's 2 points.
Stay solid.
Oh, if that's falling. Okay.
Yeah, it's good defense, you know.
Oh, good find. They're clearly giving them the rim from what it looks like right now.
And the Knicks
they're
have cut.
They're not getting them down. They're not letting them get going on the 3-point line.
Yep.
And you were saying?
You know, that's the third cut the Knicks have gotten points out of in the half court. 2 by Julius in there, and that 1 by Josh. Another good defensive rebound by DiVincenzo. Great pass.
I got to applaud that. That was great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome work.
All right, 43 all.
They are playing so fast right now. This is I think, a really good sign. Because if you're going to lose a 3-point battle, but you can win the transition game.
Jeez. Well,
too many open looks.
Out. Oh, man. And a foul. There you go. Quickly to the line.
Ever since that media session where he sort of like described how he was feeling things and the
Mhm.
fact that he wasn't playing at his best, Josh Hart, it's been night and day. He's been moving better, and it just goes to show you that he just does so many little things on the court that is just it ups your chances of winning every night. He's just a good solid player.
Yeah, I agree.
Um he's been really good, right? He's playing really well right now. And this is a long extended on the court time for Julius. I can't imagine this is the longest. I don't think he's gone longer to start a game this year.
Oh, he hasn't
So
sat yet, has he?
no.
Oh, okay.
Right? I didn't miss a quick breather in the first.
I wonder if he got taken out temporarily in the first, just so that way.
Okay, yeah,
Because
that's right.
Giannis was sitting, and they were like, "Let's."
Yeah,
Julius
and
calm
they're
down.
our guys in the chat here, they're checking me here. So he did get a rest.
Okay,
So
got it.
thank you.
As Randle gets to the line. Okay.
Yeah. Goes to show you how skilled he is, because he's looking at Giannis and he's like, all right, I have the advantage here, right? And Giannis has the same idea on the other end, but it's just as you're sort of alluding to with the stats and where he is right now. He's a force when he's got it going, and he's got it going right now.
So the Bucks have gotten to the line once, and the Knicks have now gotten to the line. This will be their 9th free throw. So they are winning. While they're
Yeah.
losing the 3-point battle, they're winning this battle.
Yep.
And I
That's a
would
great point.
imagine RJ goes to the scorer's table soon to check in for Randle, because Giannis just left as Julius hits his 2nd free throw. XJ in the chat, ride with Randle. I said it all along. Yes, everybody. This is the night where we say, of course, we've never doubted Julius Randle. They got to stop hitting threes.
Right. And they're good looks though.
They are good looks.
I don't feel good about the types of looks they're getting more.
Ooh,
come on, quick.
Quick. Got his pocket picked. All right, down 6. They're not missing at the moment. Timeout, 8:12 left in the second. The Knicks are shooting 61% from the field, 9 of 9 from the line, and are 0 of 4 from 3. They've only taken 4 threes. The Bucks are shooting 66% from the field, are 8 of 11 from 3. And that's really the difference in the game, that they've made 8 more threes than the Knicks.
So
are not missing anything else either,
Right. Yeah. And I'm just going to guess that 70% of these threes that they've taken are open. I don't think these are shots that you would look at and say, all right, these shots are going to eventually it'll regress to the mean. Like if the Knicks are going to give up the types of looks, especially out of these corners where they're wide open, they're not going to win the game. So they have to clean it. It feels more or less like the defense a couple of years ago when it was just
pray they missed.
Well, it was more like, where the Knicks, the defense would have these runs of like playing well, but it also felt like, all right, but they're giving up so many open looks, and teams are missing them. It feels like tonight, this Knick defense, the process is just not going to sustain a whole game. So I don't think you can bank on the Bucks missing the types of looks they're getting right now.
Is there a chance of regression though? Like, are they going to shoot?
I mean,
50%
they're out. Yeah, they might not shoot this level.
Or they had 71. 72% right now.
Well, if they shoot 50%,
to your point, they could go 20 of 40, and that's enough to kill you.
It feels like that's the type of game we're headed to if the Knicks don't start making them take tougher shots, because a lot of these are open corner looks that are, you're probably you're wide open to the corner. You're a good shooter. You're 45, 50% from those shots. So go ahead.
To your point, both of their threes this quarter are corner threes. The Bobby Portis in one corner and I forget who in the other. Middleton in the other. And their
AJ
threes in
Green's
the
got 3
AJ Green's
from the
got
corner.
3 all from the corner, 2
All
on
from
one
the
side,
corner.
1 on the other. And then
Beauchamp's
the
got 1
other
in the corner.
one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 3 I'm missing on the shot chart. They might just be stacked on top of each other. But the only one that I thought was like tip your cap was the Dame one that came off of pick and roll. Where he just, as soon as the screen happened, he pulled up from deep. And it's like, that's Dame. That's a Hall of Famer being a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, not much you could do there. I think one of the AJ Green threes was well contested, but it was Brunson. And it just seems like Green's got a pretty high release, so I don't know how much he was impacted. So, yeah, I don't like the looks the Bucks are getting. That's sort of the theme I'm taking on the defensive end. And then on offense, I like the Knicks' pace. They're really getting out in transition, and then it's just a Julius game right now, and you could ride him to a 40+ outing, and he can carry you. That's the type of performance I feel like he's heading towards.
So
and he's getting a rest
Julius
here as
gets a breather while Giannis sits. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to ask for 1 3-pointer being made by the Knicks as quickly pops and hits.
There you go.
There we go. All right, we're on the board. Right. We have hit a 3-pointer. Now let's hit a second. How's that?
There you go. Just start with 1. And,
start with 1.
Go from there, right?
Oh, man. 7:50 left in the second quarter, by the way, to those on YouTube. DiVincenzo just whistled for a foul. Ooh, a hockey promo on TNT. Look ahead. Those are good Hartenstein minutes, by the way. Like he found a lot of people cutting to the rim.
Yes, he did. So we got guards quickly, Brunson, and then we got Hart, DiVincenzo, and Mitch for the Knicks. That's good defense.
There you go. Man on. What? He can't hear me.
Quick. I want him to step into that 3.
Yeah, take that. He gets to the line at least, but I agree. Take that shot.
Yeah.
All right. They're getting downhill. I agree with Grant Hill.
Yes. That
pun intended. I agree, Grant Hill. They're getting downhill. That was an unintended rhyme there. Go ahead.
Yes. Are you a fan of Grant Hill on the mic?
I am. I'm not a fan of a lot of TNT people, but this is one crew that I like.
Yeah, I agree.
Although I kind of like Stan too, to be honest. Although I haven't stayed up late because I'm usually editing for the late games. It's let's just be transparent. It's a Reggie thing. Like when Reggie's on, I'm very much hoping there's a mute button nearby. No disrespect to Reggie Miller, but as much disrespect as possible to Reggie Miller.
Yes, very specifically regarding his broadcasting performances.
Yep, not at all. What he had to do when he was playing against the Knicks. Not at all anything to do with that. And the Knicks are perfect from the line still.
You know what? Has not been a strength, as we all know, this year. So that is keep them in this game. 11 for 11.
Yeah.
10-point advantage from the free throw line.
Okay. We're allowed to guard the rim.
My feed cut out. What I missed there?
Pick and roll where Brook went unimpeded to the rim for a layup. So, and then a Brunson turnover.
Yeah, he looks a little out of sorts.
Little. Yeah.
All right, gonna replay on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if they just thought there would be more help. As Giannis, jeez.
Dude, Mitch played that as well as you can play that. I don't even know what you could do differently. It's just a hellacious spin move and finish.
And the Knicks get a foul call, and I believe they're in the penalty. No, this is the third team foul, I think. Yeah, there's nothing you could do. That's a Hall of Famer making a Hall of Fame play. You can say that a lot tonight because the Bucks have 2 of them. So
They do. And Lopez, who is obviously not a Hall of Famer, but just been
Still like really good.
such a phenomenal career. Now we get RJ back as we have the starters in. No, we have starters with DiVincenzo.
Yeah. Randle rebound.
I like the note. He's not going straight up.
Ah!
Great idea. Yeah.
Made of brick hands. Oh well. Was it a terrible pass? I couldn't tell.
It wasn't on target. It seemed like Mitch
target?
sort of. Yeah, Mitch kind of like moved a little bit to his left, but
okay,
probably catchable.
Oh, guys.
Add that to the wide open ticker of corner threes. Now we get Julius Mitch pick and roll, which we haven't seen a lot of since RJ's been back.
Corner.
You got Jalen wide open. Yep.
There you go. All right. Try to keep this under 5 going into the half. And then let's try to hit some threes and stop them from hitting threes as Lillard gets a call. Or draws a foul, I should say.
It's a patented move of his where he's, as a big, you're kind of, I guess you're impeding his progress, I guess. But it just, again, one of those where like, what's the alternative? Is backing away and you're giving him a free run to the rim.
Exactly. I think would be the biggest fear for me right now is that before this free throw, he's got 5 points and they're up by 6. Oh,
Dame missed the line. All right.
Dame missed. Okay. I will take it.
Are you feeling like there's a chance this game gets not out of hand, but this can be a 12-point halftime lead by the Bucks?
Yes, but man, I just, if they're going to shoot 75% from 3 in the first half, I'm expecting a hint of regression in the second. A hint. Oh, John. Hi, John Macri. Okay. Good find, Quentin. Okay. That's
that is, you know what that is? That's RJ predetermining that spin move. I mean, Lopez sat on that.
There are 2 guys that he just spun right into.
Yeah, I mean, it's
it
was like I read the move before he even did it.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was, Julius. That was this feels a little in the danger zone, if I could be honest. A little
bit. I agree.
I don't want this to be a 12, 13-point lead going into the half. I feel like we're 4:55 in the second, Knicks down 7, Giannis to the line. It just feels a little bit like the Knicks need to tighten things up and keep this under 10 at least going into the half.
I said under 5. We're definitely in under 10 territory.
Yeah.
John, we can't hear you. Now we have our stages off. So can everybody hear John? You're supposed to join in. Okay, John, they can hear you. You have to join on StreamYard now. All right, Giannis free throws.
We are thankful for the free throw disparity because that is the only thing we have keeping us in this game right now.
Yes, indeedy.
Whew.
John, say something.
Something.
All right, we can hear you now. Welcome, John Macri.
Can folks in playback hear me?
Yes, they can hear you.
All right, great.
Yes, we again are doing our audio through playback through StreamYard while they hear us through both.
Maybe by like year 5 of us doing this, I'll get used to the rhythm of it.
Maybe.
I heard what you guys were talking about.
Jeez, that's not a foul. Okay,
we got it.
Okay.
In terms of like danger zone, I gotta tell you, maybe love is a little bit too strong of a word. I have no issues with how this game is going.
Really?
I think the Knicks are playing the best offense that I've seen them play all year. Maybe the Toronto game is close, but like Julius is on fire. It's great shots everywhere. I like how many bad shots have they taken? Like you count them on one hand. If that.
No, the offense has been
takes is all.
Yeah, the RJ. You can argue some of the RJ looks,
sure.
But generally, I think Brunson's missed a lot of easy shots, not easy, but makeable open looks for him.
I'm resigned to the fact that good old RJ is back. So I'm not. I'm okay. one or two of those shots a half is like that's just par for the course. But like the offense has been spectacular, and are not. What are they? 9 of 13 now from 3.
Or what do you to DJ's point that it's like good looks though from 3.
They're good looks. The Knicks have always occasionally given up good looks because they don't want to give up other stuff. Now the problem is the other stuff that they also gave up early in the game, which this Bucks team presents a lot of problems. But like, man, you give up 3 threes to AJ Green or whatever the fuck he is. Like, I thought AJ Green was a football player until tonight.
Listen, we did the Google too.
Yeah,
you need to know what A and J stood for.
Look, again, I'll look up the updated stat. Whatever they are, like they could be all wide open in an empty gym, and I'm not sure. They're 9 for 12 from 3. So like that's gonna come back down to earth. It's a 6-point game. We have 1 3. They have 9.
Yeah, I said I'm rooting for regression. I would also like them to not give up so many open corners. Like I get what you're saying. I still would also like them to play a little better defense.
Yeah, Andrew was kind of. I was probably a little more on the ledge a little bit in terms of the looks the Knicks are giving up, but they're not going to shoot this level. But I just don't think Knicks are winning the game if they're going to continue to give up wide open corner threes.
Yeah,
and I think that's the way they have to clean up.
There is definitely a level of urgency missing on the defensive end with some of the rotations. That said, I could think of at least 3 games in the last couple of weeks where I don't think their defense was anywhere near as good as it's been. Not that it's been good tonight. It has not been good tonight. But like the Phoenix game, right? The Phoenix team, to me, the defense in that game was worse than this. Like I think they could go up one level. Let's just say that. And the fact that they haven't gone up that one level obviously is biting them in the ass because that's the difference in the game, arguably. But we'll see how it goes. I'm hopeful.
Well, look, our guy Jalen right now he's not himself.
That's the other thing.
But he's getting looks that he's going to make in the second half. I would imagine. So
yeah,
to your point, that is giving me a little bit of hope here. But it's a 5-point game, 4 minutes to go. I mean, you're right in this game.
DJ, we need to cherish this. We have optimistic Macri on the watch along with us. This is a rare occurrence.
I listen. You know me. If there's reason,
I know.
I know.
Believe me, I know. Which is why I'm. You turned me around. Like, oh, you know what? It is only a 5-point gain, and they've hit 103.
Like if I always think about what my perspective would be if I was a fan of the other team. Come on, go in.
Randle for 3. Okay.
If I was a fan of the other team, I'd be losing my shit right now. I'd be looking at the 3-point numbers, and I'd be like, "What's the score? We're up by how many? And they have how many threes? And we're home." And like. Yeah.
Real quick. 3:21 left, 62-60. Knicks are trailing. Bucks have the ball. And Julius Randle is 8 of 8 for 21 points right now.
Randle's best game of the year, which balances out Brunson kind of having a game. And us having no threes. Ooh, that was off.
Nick ball, but it's also.
I'll be back in 5 seconds.
Okay.
So I know I'm harping on it, but as we go to break here, 2 above the break threes contested by the Bucks, 0 for 2. So it's helping.
Is that a timeout?
It's a good observation. Yeah, go into a timeout. Knicks are down 2 with the ball, 2:56 left in the second quarter.
It's so much better to have you doing these updates so I don't have to do them.
Yes.
Truly. We
call the update awareness. Update awareness by Andrew is elite. He has elite update awareness. Knows when to bring it out, when to go to it. It's just always on time, concise.
You know this from doing radio, DJ. Like we're trained to do this. Like we're trained for the resets for people that are just jumping in the car. So I'm applying that training to this broadcast, you know?
Yeah.
And then just as far as adjustments the Bucks might make at halftime, like, okay, AJ Griffin, I'm confusing the dad with his son. Adrian Griffin's going to go in and be like, hey guys, you should probably stop giving up every possible transition opportunity, including off of like makes and things. They've been doing this shit all year. So what's changing now? Like this is who the Bucks are this season. They don't guard in transition. What I wanted to get DJ's point of view on, because like I'm seeing it and I'm like, something's not connecting in my brain, is like it seems like the Knicks maybe not made a concerted effort to go inside, but like they were going inside a fair amount of time throughout this first half with a decent amount of success, and my brain is telling me that's a poor plan against the Bucks. So can you explain what we're watching?
Yeah, well, so it felt like RJ's goal initially, the first like 3 or 4 possessions, was get all the way to the basket, and I felt like it was like, what are we doing here? Like, this is not gonna be sustainable. But it feels like Julius, at least, and Andrew and I both were like keyed on it right away. It's like he's trying to get to that short mid-range area because he feels like he can get to that spot,
the happy place.
And get good offense. And he's playing so well and shooting so well on the move right now. Where, you know, he just made a 3, so maybe the whole shooting diet is coming together, but specifically his shooting on the move in the mid-range has been so strong that I think the Knicks just wanted to take advantage of that. And then, you know, obviously with Brunson, you know, teams are trying to take away his pull-up 3 from deep. That's causing him to get downhill a little bit, and he's not going all the way to the basket. That's not his game, but you know, it's going to add a little more of the short mid-range stuff for him.
Which he usually hits, I think that just hasn't tonight.
He usually hits, and Brook, you can kind of get him in that area where he's sort of in between. He's still phenomenal contesting floaters and short mid-rangers, but you could probably do some damage in that zone. I just think the Knicks are trying to exploit that. And Julius, I mean, it's just his shooting right now in that area is as good as I've seen it as a Knick. I mean, it's just he looks phenomenal as a shooter from that zone, and he's getting to where he wants to go, and his physicality to get to his shots is awesome. And it's definitely something that the Knicks are trying to do. And then the transition stuff, getting all the way to the basket. So they are taking a lot of shots at the rim, and they are making a fair share. And that's not something that we thought was going to happen. Yeah,
I feel like, if the tables turn a little bit in the second half, hit some more threes and don't go to the rim as much. I mean, that's the math would work out in our favor in that case.
Oh, Giannis has 3 fouls. I didn't even realize that.
That was a foul on Brook. There we go. Great job. Oh my God, what a game he's having! Like, this is why you put up with the. This is why you put up with the stuff.
This is why you put up with Julius Randle, because you get this version of Julius Randle too.
Yeah, this is an All NBA player we're watching tonight, and there's not really much debate about that.
And he had a possession. We didn't hit on it. ISO against Giannis on the other end, stood him up and then stripped him. And he seems like he's taking this, and it can go both ways, right? Where he's trying to prove his standing in the league against a superstar player, but right now he's the best player on the floor.
Oh yeah,
undoubtedly.
Without question.
2:55 left in the second quarter. Julius just hit his second free throw. We are tied at 62.
So he has not missed a single shot, including free throws right now, right?
8 of 8 from the field and 6 of 6 from the line.
I wonder if he's missed in warmups.
I'd see that. That is Dame being Dame. Yeah.
10 of 13 from deep. It's just stupid.
Well, they actually missed a couple.
Oh, did they miss? Okay, so
in between, yeah.
Okay. Brunson hits that's a nice shot.
Yeah, that's good.
See, that's that zone. It's in the paint, but it's not at the rim, and that's a shot he's made a living making. So I have no issue with Jalen continuing to live in that area.
Ooh, don't give him that.
Yeah, I mean, Dame's gonna get that call every time.
I can be mad about it, John.
You're allowed to be mad. I'm not telling you how to feel. I don't tell people how to feel, Andrew. I'm a lowly podcast host.
Yes, don't tell people how to feel.
Never. I would never be so bold.
Yeah. By the way, if anybody out there is feeling cold or a bit under the weather and you need a nice hoodie to keep yourself warm through the winter seasons, check out Knicks Film School's merch store, which is available right below our faces.
I didn't even see it.
I love this hoodie so much.
Looks great. It's comfy.
It is so, bruh. That's my response, bruh. It's so comfy.
I got the email today that half of my order shipped, so I'm getting either a T-shirt or
It
a
looks like
sweatshirt in short
t-shirts are
order.
taking a minute, and hoodies and more warm weather wear or cold weather wear are gonna come right away. Although my beanies are taking a minute too,
Oh,
as Mitch drops a pass. Okay.
Second, yeah, and I saw that Julius tried to do the same thing earlier, and then there's
they have 70 points in the first half. 11 from 14 from 3, by the way, John. So they're on a pace.
It's like this is not going to sustain. Great pass.
Knock this down.
Great pass, though. I love the process there.
Pass. Back down 6.
I wish Brunson, in that last situation he was in, I wish he had the lob there in his back pocket, but it's not really his thing.
Yeah, not there yet.
I wonder if it'll ever get there just because of the height. But...
Yeah, the height's a problem. Yep.
I like this. Yeah, it was good. Nice defensive effort again by Julius. Okay, come on. You got it down to the end.
Great defense.
That's awesome defense. That's the best defense I've played all half. One possession. It's a start. We got one, guys. Oh, my God.
Okay, Julius tonight.
Come on.
David.
Oh, my God.
Julius.
Reward him. What happened?
Oh, charge drawn by Brunson under the basket on the inbound.
Again, this is the same guy. This is the same guy we watched for the first 6 games of the season. It's the same player. He did not do a body swap that we know of. And the guy who walked through defensive possession after defensive possession against Detroit and whatever other games you want to mention over the season. It's absolutely uncanny. Never watched anybody like him forget basketball, in sports. And it's tied.
Oh my goodness.
Tied at 70, 50 seconds ago here in the second.
Oh, so that's what happened. He stole the inbounds pass and then hit a layup and got fouled. So now, okay. Wow. Really? That was great defense by Julius.
Great defense by Julius.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Dame. Star getting a call. Damn it.
And this is, Grimes is in the midst of whatever Grimes is kind of in the midst of, and he's not out there. Would it make life a little bit harder for Dame? Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
How many minutes of Grimes plays this? 10 minutes. That's
10 minutes.
I mean, they took Grimes out because Dame was getting whatever he wants. At least I thought that was why.
Oh, okay.
Now I don't know if he picked up a foul and that's why he went and sat.
Well, he has 2
fouls.
fouls.
That's what it was. No, he has 3. He has 3. That's why he sat. That's my bad.
Grimes has 3.
Grimes has 3 fouls.
Sorry, my box score didn't update. That's my bad. I'm sorry about that.
All right, 34.9 seconds left. Dame hits a second shot, 72-70. Go in tied. Come on, go in tied. It was Randle gets downhill and hits. Oh my goodness!
Was that
Julius Randle? 9 of 9 in the first half for Randle.
Good basketball player.
This is.
I mean, the cutting, the moving, the offensive rebounding. I mean, he's moving in a way that is, I mean, just incredible.
That's going in. 12 of 15 from 3. Oh my gosh, Brunson almost hits a halftime buzzer.
Christ, man. That was a wild half of basketball.
So to read off some stats real quick before we go to break.
You do that. I'm gonna go hop on the halftime Zoom. I'll see you.
Got it. So Julius Randle has 25 points on 9 of 9 from the field, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Jalen Brunson, 15 points on 15 shots. We talked about this. 0 of 5 from 3, with one of those being a heave. Then RJ Barrett, 10 points, 3 of 10 from the field. I expect us to see a lot more quickly minutes in the second half, a lot more Hart minutes in the second half. Excuse me. A lot more DiVincenzo minutes in the second half. In fact, just that whole bench unit played really well, even though they were minus. Julius Randle's 9 of 9 from the field for 25 points in the first half. I'm pace for 50 tonight, Julius Randle. And then on the Bucks side, Dame with that. We remember when we said Dame had 5 points, DJ?
Yep.
Yeah, he has 19 now. So Dame and Giannis are both having good first halves. Giannis does have 3 fouls and 4 turnovers. But yeah, 75-72 at the end of the first half. Your thoughts?
I thought defensively, actually, even though Dame went off, I thought they tightened things up a little bit, especially with their rotations. The score won't indicate that because Dame was just who he was, drawing fouls on drives, hitting from 28, 30 feet. But I thought the defense actually played better in the last 5 minutes in that second quarter. But you have to, I think, generally speaking, the defense has to be tighter on those corner threes, which again they improved on as the game went on. And then offensively, I mean, you have to just ride 30 until something tells you otherwise. Now, it'll be interesting because I think the Knicks are going to have to figure out a way to generate better looks from three. Right now, they are, in terms of attempts, only 10, which is well below what they've been averaging of late. Only made 3 of them. So their best option for generating threes is Julius Gravity. So if the Bucks are going to load up on him a little more, he might have to adjust, and I would just keep an eye on that in terms of the amount of attention he's gaining or getting, and then being able to spray that ball out, and the Knicks shooters making shots. So those are some things that are just top of mind. So I'm curious how the Bucks are going to have to adjust with Julius, because I don't think they can live with how he's operating. These aren't the easiest shots, but they're also shots he's very capable of making, and it just seems pretty easy for him right now. So I'd imagine they change things up a little bit, and he might. I'd assume it's going to be incumbent upon Julius to then counter and get his teammates some more looks from three, which might have a positive impact overall on the offense.
We shall see. All right, we're going to take a quick break, everybody. Go get something to eat, go get a drink, take your bathroom breaks. We'll be back for the second half, both on playback and on YouTube with the KFS Watch Along. Stick around. Okay, we are back, TJ. Now I have to add John back. John, say
Okay.
words.
Words.
Words. Okay, and now
Great.
we unmute over on
Hey.
here. Hello, everybody on playback. Hello, everybody on YouTube. Second half thoughts. How we feeling going in?
I feel okay.
You feel okay.
I feel
DJ,
like
what about
it's going to
you?
be a tight game down the stretch, and they have Damian Lillard. So I'm not regardless of anything. I wasn't going to be able to sit here and be like, I feel great. We're going to beat the Bucks in Milwaukee 1,000%. But I feel okay.
So DJ,
Yeah.
what are your honest thoughts about how you feel?
I mean, I'm
at the moment?
in similar
question.
Similar boat. I think Grimes needs to play a lot in the second half, to be honest. I think he's the only option to slow down Dame, and hopefully he can make a shot or two. But I feel like
what?
It looked like that was off the Bucks.
Yeah, it certainly did. Giannis thought it was off him.
Yes. Yeah, we're underway here. 75-72 Bucks. Just underway here in the third quarter. But I mean, you have to be happy with at least the position you're in as the Knicks give up a layup to Giannis to start.
My thoughts are, which regression are we going to see? Are the Bucks going to start missing threes, or is Julius Randle going to miss anything?
I mean, I want to see the Knicks start taking some more threes and obviously making more of them.
Just don't pass it to Mitch ever.
Yeah, it's. I think it's something they need to kind of talk to
Julius'
him about.
First miss.
Look, Julius is going to come back down to earth, but like I think the more urgent thing for us is
RJ.
making the threes. Yeah, well, that wasn't great. Okay, so now this is danger zone. Not that I think we're gonna get like blown out or anything, but like you don't want to give up the cushion where you're expending all of your energy to get back and tie the game, as opposed to saving your energy for the end, which is where you should be saving it, because you're gonna need every ounce of it. Okay, it's a good sign. I mean, there's like a little fortress around him. It's incredible.
That was good defense. Look at Brunson. Look at Brunson.
It's giving
valiant effort, but look at Brunson. All right.
Oh, early timeout Tibbs.
He saw what we saw. That was awful. That was an awful start.
Just not ready to defend.
Mm-hmm.
So this doesn't feel like a good Mitch game, and I don't want to extrapolate too much here, but it feels like this is a matchup where his deficiencies on offense is just a problem, because I haven't counted them, but it just seems like at least 3 or 4 interior passes that he has just done nothing with, and you can't give up. It's usually Julius making a good read and getting in the gravity and making the right play, but you can't play offense like he's been playing, and he's just not giving you enough, I think, on the other end to justify the fact that he's not offensive rebounding, he's not finishing. It has been a good game, and they need him to be better. I just don't know if this team is the right team for that, and it might be a Hartenstein second half.
You called it. It's a Hartenstein game. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
It's a good timeout by Tibbs. I agree. Think he has a good read on his same. I think the same read we have in terms of where this game could go. I just don't like the 2 layups by Giannis. The first one, obviously it was a good move in a half court to get to the basket, but the run out, these are just the plays that you want to take off the table as much as possible, the free ones.
Well, you add in that all 6 of the Bucks points came on layups, like the Middleton blow by of RJ, like that more than anything is going to drive Tibbs up a wall. So BK, have it your way.
I haven't had Burger King in so long. I miss Burger King.
Yeah, me neither.
Wow. That's wild. Knicks and Bucks combined for the highest combined field goal percentage in a half in the NBA this season.
Wow. That is the hell of a stat right there.
I'm shocked it wasn't surpassed by the second half of
Hawks Pacers is what you're thinking
Pacers
of?
Hawks, yeah.
Yep.
Because that was a track meet.
Did you guys enjoy the game last night? The Pacer game?
Yeah,
it was fun.
I don't like
fun.
the Pacers.
Yeah,
the two teams I find myself rooting against rather vigorously this year are Indiana and Cleveland, and Atlanta, just because it's Atlanta.
Well, I don't like the Celtics, so I was conflicted last night. So I was still able to just enjoy the Halliburton statement, and you know, I would look forward to a matchup against them if they can come back and win this thing.
I mean, at this point, you relish the opportunity and you hope that's what it turns out to be, because, I mean, talk about a shitty consolation prize. I'm going to go to freaking Boston.
Yeah, Boston. With the returning Porzingis, most likely.
Yeah.
Oh, good
That's
find.
A great pass. And you
gotta hit that.
You have to make that pass.
9:57 left in the third quarter. You're gonna give him that? All right, we're reaching that danger zone.
Listen, I'm not there yet.
Only because it's Giannis free throws here I'm worried about, but like
it. And I do just want to say it is unfair. That is Grimes' first shot of the game, and it's like, oh my God, how did he miss? It's like the guy's it's not a rhythm. He never shoots. It's not a great situation right now.
Fine.
No, but it's like what's the solution? I don't know.
It's tough. I think they need him in this game as much as possible to guard Dame, but
I said it on the halftime. I'm like, the thing that I'm most curious about is how much Grimes plays in the second half. Like, how much does Tibbs value his defense on Dame versus everybody else, and like weigh that against the fact that Grimes is like not doing much on offense right now.
Giannis makes one of two, 82-74, 9:54 left in the third quarter.
All right. They did a great job responding every time it got around a semi-dangerous place in the first half.
Ooh.
Well, it didn't hit anything but the bottom of the net, so that's a good sign, right? Where's the early season progress? I feel on the offensive end, because I feel like it's kind of evaporated.
Well, Andrew, you talked about where does he go if he's not getting to the basket in the mid range, and there's
no mid range. Yeah.
Finish that.
Whew.
Such a tough finish.
I don't think he ever saw the rim. He just kind of
threw
it up.
He makes the toughest shots in the world look like they're nothing. It's kind of like Dame shooting threes. And it's just not, that's poor defense. Like, you can't drop off of Brook that much. And I don't understand why he did.
That's what this offense does to you, though. It's like you have a Dame Giannis pick and roll at the top.
Yes, absolutely.
You're scared to death of him rolling. But yeah, I mean, it's too much space. Ooh.
Okay.
That is a
foul. In the foul.
That's tough.
If you're a Buck, can you not complain about a call against you right now?
Literally ever.
Please don't. I mean, how do you have no self-awareness? You get every call, and the Knicks get one, and you're complaining. And it's not even like the Knicks are getting foul calls.
That's
but
a foul. Yeah.
It's like it's done through an aggression where the Bucks, I feel like, are getting these not quite bailout calls, but like superstar calls time and time again. All right. 30, keep us in the game.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is not a game that RJ or Grimes is in consideration to close.
RJ for sure. You're right about the Grimes defense, so I'm curious about. Look, I didn't mind quickly on Dame in the first half, but another 9-minute half for quickly.
If Tibbs doesn't see some threes go in for Grimes in this stint,
I think I'll go DiVincenzo, which I don't like that matchup, but this is where you hope Josh Hart can be on Dame.
It's weighing your options. It's like what's more important, the offensive end or the defensive end? And I think you're gonna I guess the thing I keep coming back to is Dame is good enough that you could have Grimes on him. It doesn't mean like it's gonna stop Dame.
And Giannis gets a call. That's 4 on Grimes.
It's a foul anyway, so may not matter. And here's the other thing with DiVincenzo, and this is what makes it a really interesting calculation to me. And this goes for just moving forward, but especially against an offense like this. Like DiVincenzo does give you the higher chance of the steal, and where an easy bucket is going to be even more valuable as this game goes forward.
Yeah, it's 100% the case. And then on offense, it's like he gets more looks because he is a better mover off the ball than Grimes. He relocates. He could shoot it with efficiency from more spots on the court. So it's not just that Grimes isn't getting chances because he's not getting passes. It's because he lacks that versatility to get those passing lanes generated, and it goes both ways. But 4 fouls. It's going to work itself out.
That was a great tip by Brooke. Of course it goes in. I have to laugh. I need to laugh at this shit.
Mitch has been terrible.
He's not
this
good.
Game.
He's not been good tonight.
1 offensive rebound. He's not impacting anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's something that happens with him when he plays stretch fives. It mentally, he gets just not in a good place.
Yeah, and Brooke is so big as in terms of just the sheer box out. Mitch doesn't have that physical edge to move him. Lopez was wide open for a second.
Good hands by who was that? Brunson or RJ? RJ?
It might have been RJ. Yeah.
Good job.
Well, Andrew, you said you needed that you thought quickly could have a impact on this game on the positive
I played
side.
9 minutes in the first half.
This might be a game where he comes.
That's on Mitch. That's okay. Now we're in a danger zone. Zone because you don't want to get down to this team like this. You don't want to get down by 15.
Timeout. Knicks down 91-78 with 7:27 left in the first. In the third quarter. I'm begging for a substitution on the other side of this. What I don't think will happen.
How much time is into the third quarter?
7:26. No, I know because we have a rotation.
Yeah, but and you don't bust it up now. I think you trust to.
In that case, don't tell me this game matters if you don't bust it up now. You can go to Josh Hart for RJ now, and I don't think it'll matter.
Yeah, I don't think. I got a couple.
Grimes has 4 fouls, and he's leaving him out there. So I don't know if it's just what it tells me is that he's leaving him out there for a couple more minutes because he's not playing.
Because he's not putting it back in. He knows he's not putting it back in.
Mm-hmm. So then this also hopefully means that Quickly is going to be reserved for that 5-minute substitution because he's playing the rest of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Hart will be in soon, I think. So, yeah.
And he was good.
I'll be back.
Yep. And Hart was good in the first half.
Hart was good. They had that whole flurry where he just made everything at the rim.
RJ's not giving us much right now.
4-13. This is yet another one of these games. I will say 7 rebounds. So I'll credit him for being active on the boards. I've been hated his defense. There's that one Middleton blow by, but I haven't hated his defense.
Yeah, he's not standing out like last year where it was what is he doing? He's destroying our defense. He's completely fine on that end.
And to the point, like this is like one of the bigger frustrations for me last year with RJ was his boxing out, and like 7 rebounds is improvement.
Yep.
I would also occasionally like him to get to the paint and make a shot, just occasionally.
And he's taken 1 3. I mean, that's obviously. I mean, when a guy like him who's getting primarily catch and shoot opportunities, there's a team aspect to that. But he needs to figure out a way to get threes up, because it's the worst is him not shooting well and then not taking them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you all of a sudden, with Julius 3-pointer still being a work in progress, and you all of a sudden have 3 guys in your starting lineup that are just not making shots, and Grimes is obviously not making them. It's tough. But yeah, I mean, is it Josh Hart? Is it Quickly? There needs to be something off this bench. Maybe it's Hartenstein, just in terms of effort and energy and just changing the tenor of this game. Something has to change.
I'm right there with you. A Hart, Quickly, Hartenstein closing lineup sounds pretty appetizing to me right now.
I want DiVincenzo.
That's their best lineup too.
I want DiVincenzo on the floor for a lot of the rest of this game. I think,
and I went Quickly, so we'll see what he goes with.
I think they need to. Well, maybe they get both. I doubt it. I think Hart's probably the leader in the clubhouse, but
some of it in the fourth when they play together. But 7:26 left in the third. 91-78. We'll see what they do.
The 16-6 Bucks quarter so far.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. I'm gonna get this switch. Now you got to go to work.
There you go,
Mitch. It's just.
I mean, that's Brook Lopez doing a thing, but it's also
it's a little slow on the gather.
Yeah. Oh geez.
Mitch is getting eaten alive. This is not his game at all. Like, he has to be able to finish that, and to say nothing of like not get dusted.
This isn't good.
This is going to end in a poor shot attempt. Oh,
okay. That was a good job.
That was
a nice job by RJ to put the ball on the floor there and get that result. I was looking the whole time at Dame if Dame was going to help off of Grimes. That's a good block. And to see if RJ was going to kick out to Grimes, and he never helped off, and RJ got the call.
Yeah, and he's still making his free throw. So let's see if this gets him going a little bit.
DJ, the Red Sox Yankees just made a trade.
Whoa! What?
It's like the first time since I can remember. Since
Babe
Ruth might have been the
sizable
last time.
trade.
Alex Verdugo to the Yankees. Like the starting right fielder. So that's an outfielder going to. That would upset me if I was a Yankee fan, but I'll let Yankee fans deal with that. 1 of 2 at the line for RJ. 6:34 left in the third.
He got them both, actually.
Oh, you got both. Excuse me.
Yes.
2 free throws made.
Why you hate RJ Barrett, man?
I was busy reacting to breaking news as Josh Hart makes his way to the scorer's table.
The message as always is don't pay attention to baseball. Okay, yes. Here's a turnover. Good.
Foul called before on the gather. So.
Oh, was it? No, that's unfortunate.
I think you should get free throws out of that.
Oh, you got it. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Not on the floor. They gave him continuation. I'm surprised about that. All right. Get your free throws, guys.
Yeah, they only missed 1 free throw in the first half.
And it was Jalen Brunson who missed it.
And yeah, I know. He's a little.
He's good for 1 miss a game.
Well, but he, like Breen said it recently in the broadcast, he gets in these grooves where he doesn't miss for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
And then now he's missed both free throws.
And then he gets in grooves where you kind of don't trust him to have a good night at the line. But it's either or, because he had several of these streaks last year. and then he also missed some.
That's good
few free throws.
defense.
This
That's
is
good
why you need
defense.
Grimes in the
There you
game.
go. That's
That was good.
defense.
They also made it easy. They didn't bring anybody into the action or do anything like that.
Yeah. It's such a good shot for him.
Randle,
You know,
my
the
goodness.
ability to do that on a former defensive player. Now, look, he's always been a better help guy than he is a one-on-one defender, but his one-on-one defense is still pretty freaking good. I mean, he's taken the challenge with Giannis tonight on offense. I mean, defense, he's giving it up, but, you know, a lot of guys have done that.
Giannis to the line, 5:31 left in the third quarter. Josh Hart has checked in. I'm going to assume Quickly's at the scorers table. If not, it will be soon.
Is Grimes still in?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hart came in for RJ.
Maybe he wants to see if Grimes can get going. Like, do something. Hit a three. Show us something.
Oh, this is the same rotation. I believe Quickly's about to check in for Grimes.
Yeah, Quickly is coming in.
Okay.
Quickly just came in for Grimes. It's the same rotation. I'd be surprised if Grimes comes back in.
Yeah, you're not seeing Quentin Grimes again in this game. I'm more curious how much RJ plays in the fourth at this point. That's now that we know that Grimes is. Maybe he comes back in. Maybe the game turns to a point where the defense matters more than the offense. All right, it's good.
All right, I'll take Mount Giannis missed free throws.
Julius isn't passing this ball.
Should have
passed the ball.
Should have, and that's a smart defender there.
Yeah, he had that look, and you just see it right as soon as he got the ball off the inbound.
And one.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? You can't blame him because he's getting everything he wants.
Yeah.
So what's funny about the can't blame him though? You know, want to know why he got that opportunity? Because he didn't get back on defense.
Yeah.
So it's good awareness by the Knicks being like, you know what?
It's fair.
He didn't get back. There's a leak out. This is an OB opportunity.
Yes.
You know?
Who actually swiped it? I didn't catch that.
The steal?
On the Bucks, it was
it wasn't. Giannis just pulled the rug out from underneath him.
Yeah. It was somebody else. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Did you not know he's missed one shot tonight?
No, I knew that. I didn't. The stat line.
Now one free throw. Yeah.
31 points on 12 shots.
Yeah. And now 8 of 9 at the line. Yeah. Playoff. What the fuck?
You can't celebrate when you shoot like you do.
He's made 9 threes this year.
4 against the Knicks.
4 against the Knicks.
Dude, you can't have a 3-point celebration when you make 1 a week. That's a rule.
Against the Knicks, he makes more than that, though.
That's true.
And again,
that was way too easy.
He has taken 4 and made 4 against the Knicks this season. It's utter insanity.
I don't like this.
Well, he's on the wrong side of the court for him.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Oh my God. He's got Nick Ball.
Nick's ball.
Nick Ball. Yeah.
You guys will probably disagree with this, but I just don't. I think Grimes has to be a primary player in the second half. That last possession, I mean, with Lillard walked to the basket.
Yeah, walked to the basket. That was my thought, DJ. I agree with you that on that specific possession, like Dame's getting whatever he wants when Grimes isn't in.
This is a Grimes game. I mean, it's a game this is why they have him. And but it shows you. I mean, look, the fouls probably has something to do with it.
And what? Julius.
Oh my God. Might go for 50 tonight.
Player. Yeah, it might not matter, but yeah, he might get 50 tonight. What, Brunson at 45 the last time the Knicks played the Bucks? So we just need in the same principle, we need one other player to show up for our player that's going off.
It's utterly insane what we're watching. This is I mean, the skill needed.
Yeah, right.
To do what he's doing. This isn't brute force. I mean, it's brute force, but it's matched with the skill. That's always
the
thing.
Combination. Yes, it's intoxicating when he's at this.
Oh, it's a great word for it. It's a great word for it.
Yeah.
Ooh, yikes! They are hitting everything now.
But when is it going to come down?
That wasn't even like bad coverage.
It wasn't a wide. No,
there's 16 for 30 for 16 for 20.
That's a foul.
Oh no, nothing.
Yeah,
nothing.
I thought he got away with one there.
I thought he did too. I also thought Giannis sold it, which is why the ref was like, "No, we're good."
The Bucks are 16 for 24. If they were 16 for 34, it would be an outstanding shooting night. They're 16 for 24 from deep.
Unreal.
All right.
Okay. Oh, come on, Josh. Or is that on Hartenstein?
It's a kick.
I
think it's a combination of both.
Combo, yeah.
Wheels pass was a little behind him. Pass was a little behind him. Wheels started going before they were on the tracks. Julius Randle.
It looked like it slipped out of Hartenstein's hand. Slightly.
All right, 103-92. Giannis at the bench. Just let's keep an eye on that. Dame stays in.
Thank you, DJ.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, let's get points out of this.
Clearing out the whole side for him. It's the wrong shoulder. Yeah. Going over the right shoulders, that's a tougher look for. It's been all left shoulder for him when he's going good.
Beauchamp. My goodness.
Was that a 2 at least?
No, it looked like a 2.
106-92. This is just unconscious 3-point shooting. And the Knicks aren't even taking threes too. And
it's the best 3-point shooting performance I can remember seeing in a game that I've watched.
Yeah, and the last two, these are not wide open looks. That was a sidestep.
Yeah.
Well, it's insane. And this guy is not a shooter. I mean, I know he's hit shots this year.
He's not a shooter. You're right. He's a catch and shoot. If he's open, he'll make them. But that's not something you expect at all. 14-point lead now for Milwaukee.
So we have our bench unit in.
With RJ, yep.
With RJ. So no Julius. All right, let's see if you guys get it cooking.
And they went to Portis first possession when they went to this lineup. No one touched it. Yeah, we can just inbound the ball now. Inbound the ball. Thank you.
Yes, I agree.
We don't need to have a conversation about things.
We thought the same thing, DJ. And that's a foul.
Good. Okay. I can't get over the 17 for 25.
It's an incredible number. Oh my God.
How many threes have the Knicks taken, John?
11.
11. So that's not.
Yeah, but they're getting. I mean, it's clearly. Well, first of all, I think the Bucks are doing a lot to take away their threes.
They're just giving them the rim.
It's not like the Knicks are passing up open threes. You know, they're like not doubling Julius. Julius is going tonight, and that's been a lot of their offense. And when they bring the help, I mean, I think he's had some nice passes. They're certainly not letting Brunson shoot from deep, right? DJ, am I wrong?
Yeah, no. I mean, that's been the last two games for him. Teams have tried to take away that pull up out of the high pick and roll.
Maybe this is how they get back in the damn game with some defense. Although I know that was a foul, but it was some nice initial defense. Made him think.
Yeah,
made him sweat.
Hartenstein didn't foul, and he played straight up. Allowed him to get the offensive rebound. The Knicks can't be winning the offensive rebounding game. So let's see. The Knicks have 9. No, they are, but Bucks only have 6, so it's a 9-6 advantage.
You haven't felt the Knicks on the
glass.
No,
I guess that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, Mitch with 1 on the night.
I mean, that's easily a season. He hasn't had any games where he's had 0.
Yeah.
I don't think he's had any games where he's had 1.
Yeah. Where's the offense coming from here?
That's what I was just about to ask.
Yeah.
Because that's what Beauchamp is supposed to do, is defend.
Yes.
Oof. Good
There you go. That's Josh Hart.
Knock this down.
And that's
you know what, guys? He's missing bad.
It's not. Yeah. It's not good.
It's not close. That was wide right by a healthy margin.
Yeah. He had a miss from deep in the last game, Toronto game. That was like similarly not what you want.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't looked it up, but I'm not. Has he hit? I think he's hit like 1, maybe 2 above the break threes since he's been back.
I mean, I don't know the numbers. It feels about that right. That feels
right?
about right. Yeah,
that doesn't feel off.
No, that's about what I would think if I had to guess.
All right, can you get this close to? I feel like the game is now going to go in one or two directions. It's either going to be close to a 20-point game entering the fourth, or they could get it down to around 10. And I mean, there's no Dame, no Giannis, so this is your chance. Get it. Figure out a way to get it to 10. If you want to try to go to Vegas, get it down to 10 in the next minute and a half. It's not a bad shot, but it's also not a shot he's taken a lot this year, you know?
Jeez.
There you go. It's going the other direction. It's 18 points. Okay, we're right there.
Good take.
Okay. Good.
It's good finish. Good
transition.
Finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Bucks, to their credit, they've kind of, or either, I don't know if it's more them or more the Knicks, but they've taken that part of the game away this half.
They have.
What?
Yeah, you let him take that all day. I like the pressure there from Josh Hart.
Good defense, quick.
Yeah, that was good defense. That was very good defense. That's not what you want. Yeah, nobody else is.
No one else. Hart had it a little bit going, but
yeah. This is, I don't know. I just want quickly to step into a 3 here.
It'd be nice.
They're playing up. They're playing up on him. Took it away. That's a tough look.
Yeah.
Very tough look.
Don't foul. Don't foul. Don't foul.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, work cut out for you to make this a game down the stretch at this point.
What was that? A 37 24 third quarter for the Bucks?
Sure.
Yep, 37-24. So the Bucks have scored at least 37 in every quarter.
I mean, look, as it stands, this is not if this is how this goes down, it would be annoying, unfortunate, whatever word you want to throw in there. This is not a game that I would lose an ounce of sleep over. Again, not to say they couldn't do things better. Obviously they could, but between the 3-point shooting and the fact that the Knicks have done just so much right on offense. I mean, 96 points to 3 quarters. Like, I don't care who you're playing. That's a really good number.
Yeah. No sleeps should be lost. My one sort of like thing that's jumping out here is they're allowing Brunson and Randle to operate unencumbered in terms of doubling, and they're forcing the Knicks role players to do things in ISO, in live dribble situations that has not worked out. Like quickly in that last possession, RJ, several possessions where a lot of dribbling, a lot of trying to make things happen. And I feel like part of that is they're not generating wide open looks because I don't think the the Bucks, to their credit, are panicking over the fact that Randle was going off and Brunson was, he's been inefficient, but you could see how teams could be worried about him, especially after the 45-point first game.
So I think the reason the formula for the Knicks works so well is if you are tempted to go the strategy of, you know what, Brunson and Randle, have at it. We don't think that the two of you are good enough scorers / passers to beat us by yourself. We're going to stay pretty glued to your shooters. We're not going to abandon your shooters because we know how you're doing things this year, which they've earned that reputation. Mm-hmm. The reason why I think that game plan and the associated point is the one you just made, which is why I didn't say it. Like, if RJ and Emmanuel quickly are going to beat us, well, then I guess we're going to lose tonight. But we think we'll live with that,
Right.
The reason that doesn't work out a lot of the time is because of Mitch and the offensive rebounding. Because it's like, well, fuck, we did the thing we needed to do on the defensive possession, and now this guy gets how many offensive rebounds, which turn into kickouts of 3-point shooters, which turn into a barrage, and that is how they generate so much of their offense. And then when you throw in the turnovers they generated this year too, it really makes for an intimidating ask. And if Mitch is not doing his thing because he's being neutralized, well, then that takes away such a key part of the equation.
It's massive, 100%.
Be curious.
16 point. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll be curious how long he goes with Hartenstein here. Does he? I mean, he wouldn't go small in this game, man. Would he go small?
No, he would not. Hartenstein at the 5 would be the thing that I would think he'd lean into, because Hartenstein can at least take people away from the rim. But all right.
Oh,
first thing first.
That's a
what?
Stat. That's stat. First time a Knick opponent, 37 plus.
Wilt Chamberlain game. Oh my goodness. So the defense is as bad as we've said it is. Shots falling would be good too.
And I would argue the Bucks 3-point shooting in this game is more unlikely than Wilt Chamberlain scoring 100 points in a basketball game.
100%.
All right, Josh Hart hits a 3. 11:24 left. The fourth quarter just started. Knicks down by 13.
Hopefully we'll look back on that as a big 3. Let's see.
Let's hope. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, this is Giannis on the floor with the Knick bench with RJ. We need RJ to be a star here for about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes,
or quickly.
Either.
Yeah,
or Hartenstein, and I say that not facetiously, maybe direct a little bit of the offense like he was doing in the first half. Although there we go,
5 quick points, down 11,
okay. Just what they needed. Okay, who are you helping off of? And
all right.
That's
a miss.
What I wouldn't give for a cold quarter from deep.
Please.
One. Oh, it's not. It wasn't close. It was not close.
Oh, Josh Hart. Literally. 7-0 run to start the quarter.
Thing right there. Okay.
Yes, the fucking thing, baby. We like the fucking thing.
Oh, man. Hart's closing this game. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be close in the last 5 minutes, but yeah, Hart's closing the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's hard. I think it's the Nova lineup for the third straight. I've been feeling it.
Wouldn't be surprised
all
as
game.
Long as Hartenstein is closing with them.
I mean, we've seen Hartenstein play big minutes before.
Oh yeah, all last season. Yeah, he's there. I mean, the Heat game just happened. He is their best bet against certain lineups,
certain teams.
Yes.
Yep.
And listen, I know I've said I've been hard on Mitch, but it's if there's 3 or 4 teams that he's going to struggle with because of the matchup, you live with it. It's not. Yeah. He's still a phenomenal player, and against most teams, can dominate certain areas.
He won them a playoff series.
I was about to, John literally took the words right out of my mouth. They made the second round last year with people asking, was Mitchell Robinson the best player in that series?
Yep.
Like, the
But
Cavs were one of the most talked about stories last year for their net rating and their defense, and he neutralized their two starting front court players in an embarrassing fashion by the time it was done. So this isn't like an anti-Mitch movement.
Yeah,
It's
it's not
an anti-Mitch night.
But it is because they have so thoroughly built their team around his skill set at both ends. It does create a poor man's version of the Gobert argument that existed, perhaps one that shouldn't have existed in Utah for all those years, which is like, if it doesn't matter in the one series you're going to need to get through, is it worth investing in? Totally. And I don't know that was ever really truly valid, because like the series everybody points to is that Clippers series where was it Gobert or was it actually the Jazz perimeter defenders who couldn't stop a trash can? And maybe we'll get a referendum on that with Minnesota this year. Whatever. I digress. But like, there is a part of it where it's like, you can't, like, it's easy to say, well, then you need to have a pivot for like, games against teams like this or series against teams like this. Is Hartenstein that pivot? Maybe.
He might listen. He might be. He's a threat with the ball in his hands, and he probably is he could probably move a little better on the perimeter. I feel like he is, an answer. In that
what's nice? He's not. He's similar enough, and that he does a lot of things Mitch does, but he might be different enough too in the ways that you just said. And it's that you need that twosome there.
Yeah. And it's the luxury they have, because most teams, if your center is having a terrible game, you have nothing usually to go back.
Yep.
And we got Mitch Tibbs on the mic here.
Oh, I've had the volume on the game muted since I came on here.
Okay.
I haven't heard one word to anybody.
He's saying, I'm overrated as a coach, but some reason they won't let me.
You better believe
we saw the graphic earlier, by the way. 11 wins shy of 500
that's what
his career.
You better believe when he gets that post-game live stream is going to be about 5 hours long.
Exactly.
That's a big shot.
We're going to do a post-game and then an emergency live stream for Tibbs' 500th win.
Both. Okay. That was back up to 11. Need a basket here, or you need to score again before the Bucks score. How about that?
Ooh, halfway down.
Has not been really his night.
Has not.
All right. I wonder how long he goes with both Julius and now, especially the Giannis back in the game. I feel like DiVincenzo had a hand on that. And of course that goes in because everything goes in tonight for the Bucks. Absolutely insane. Now it's timeout next.
Timeout Tibbs, yeah.
The 5-0, the 5 points right back. I mean, do they have another push? That was big.
Yes, it was.
That was big. Especially it was a good look by Quickly. It's a look he's made all year, or a lot of them this year.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a shot he's definitely made a lot. It just didn't seem comfortable. It's like they're taking away the easy stuff, and it's just it speaks to the earlier point of like they're making these auxiliary pieces really work to get to their spots, and it's been a good bet for the Bucks to this point. I mean, credit to them. I think the game plan has been really sound for them.
And how much easier is it to collapse a little bit on the inside when you're not worrying about RJ shooting threes right now?
Yep.
And
Josh Hart's in the game. Yep.
Yeah, and Josh Hart's in the game, who you got some time before you have to get out on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's tough. I'll say this. This is this game should not fall on any one player because again, whatever they're shooting from deep, it's insane. But it is a reminder, like the RJ's start to the season wasn't just like, wow, cool, it's finally happening. Like, he's the player we always thought, and yada yada. Like they need him to be good. He's like, they're not with the minutes he plays and with the role he has is the only big wing on the team. Like he has to be little bit more dependable than he is right now.
I feel like it's you're labeled a hater, not you, but you as like the royal you when you speak.
Oh no,
speak poorly about him, and I feel like I run into that as well. But I know you do this. I know Andrew does. I know I actually feel like the entire KFS crew we call it like we see it, and he's been bad now for a decent enough stretch to like just be concerned. I mean, how do you not be worried and concerned? And what happened?
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, I just like what he had a migraine or whatever. What went down because it's just night and day.
I think that's your answer. You maintain hope because he's like you think he's still not recovering, but like something's still not the way it needs to be.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've never had
you can easily say, yeah, but isn't this the RJ we've come in to know and be frustrated over the 5 years? This uneven play. Like, why are we assigning, any sort of blame or putting any onus on like a illness when this is sort of like what he's been over his career, starts and stops and great play and poor play, and this has been the experience for a long time now. This isn't just his third year or second year.
So which probably means there's another stretch like December last year before he got his hand cut off. Like he was playing really well. Then the Dallas game happened. Then he came back and never really found a rhythm until the playoffs. I maintain the defense is significantly better, which while we do need him to start making shots eventually, that's at least not a liability. So he's still playable. Nice play.
Great play call. Great.
117, 105, 9-11, 9-10. Let's go with that. 9-10 left in the fourth quarter.
And there's your example of a play Mitch is not equipped to do. Nope. Catching the ball on the perimeter, making a couple of dribbles. I mean, he obviously he had the one against Gobert, but generally not in his skill set.
Julius in for RJ, by the way.
It's good help defense by Josh Hart. Stepping up
yes,
for the help.
And gets the rebound.
Yep. Float that. Get down quick. It's just not falling tonight.
Is Brunson at the scorer's table yet? It's just not his night. It's fine. It happens. It's not his night.
They're not guarding Payne here, which is
ooh, it's a good foul. That's a good foul. He was a hint late on the rotation and made sure they didn't get the shot off. It's a good foul. Because that was a dunk if he didn't do it. And get it under 9 before Giannis comes back. Not Giannis, before Brunson comes back in.
To be fair, Quickly has been as has had a poorer game as RJ has in this one. Like, there's no question about it. The difference is Quickly has a bit more of a positive track record. That's a nice pass. Okay,
knock this down quick. Gotta hit shots, guys.
He makes that every freaking time, and he's not. He just can't hit a shot tonight. That was big. That would have been.
That was big. And here comes Brunson to the sports table.
So frustrating. Of course.
Wide open.
Actually missed.
Oh, guys. All right, that 2 possession stretch felt like a backbreaker. The Quickly missed 3 to allowing an extra shot to them. They're going to be 20 of 30 from 3.
This might be the greatest 3-point per shooting performance in NBA history by the time we're done. Fred tweeted out the stat before, like no team has ever made 23s and shot above 65% in a game, which they're doing right now. Yeah, I mean, this is just not the next night, perhaps. Throwing that out there. I wonder if we're gonna have another one of our like true clunkers from deep, because I think they're 3 of 12 right now.
Oh no, they have
more.
They're 4 of 19.
Oh, 4 of 19. My God, I'm a little out. But so 21%.
Campaign, really? Okay, if Campaign was hitting step backs, then just call the game now. All right. Back to 17, 7:03 left. Got the
Movement
Nova
3 by
lineup.
DiVincenzo. All right.
Yeah, the Nova lineup in.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
Mitch is at the scorers table.
What did you say about campaign?
Jesus.
Okay, I don't think we're going to Vegas, guys. Well, that's unfortunate. Look, I'm not gonna give a eulogy with 6.5 minutes left in the game, but like, I don't know what I hope. It sucks. It's obviously there's a lot of attention on this game, and a lot of people watched. A lot of people saw Randle had a great game, which is good. It's nice thing.
Are you saying the media at large is going to take this opportunity to maybe dump on the Knicks a little bit? Are you suggesting that's a possibility?
I think look,
that wouldn't happen. They're going to be very nuanced and reasonable about their analysis, right?
I think the media.
Oh, DJ, hold on. You think the media will have some takes? Wait till you see what Twitter does with this game.
I think the media is going to have the same reaction after this game as they've had basically going into this, which is that the Knicks are a nice frisky team, and they're not in the same class as like the heavy hitters, which like, look, they need to prove that they are, in fairness. What I think is unfortunate about this is all the folks that were very happy that we made it to this in-season tournament knockout round, which I came around. But like the gist of that happiness was like, it's a chance to prove something. It's a chance to show everybody and like prove to yourselves and the whole thing. I'm like, however you get beat, like if you get beat like this, which we'll see, there's 6.5 minutes left in the game. Crazier things have happened. But if you get beat like this, it's like, okay, well, what did you show yourself? Julius
Randle can
shows
show
Julius
up in a
Randle's
big
really
game. Goodness, 39 for Julius.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, that big picture. I mean, him getting Julius right is just one of the biggest, things that could have gone right for this team over the past few weeks. I mean, he is, and the shooting now looks like it's coming around from all angles.
RJ back in.
A little too strong. He's allowed.
Oh.
Would like to see a little more of that in the second half, trying to get for. Oh my God.
Beasley wiggle. Yeah, I'm cool if we don't send 5 at Giannis after they've hit 22 threes.
Yeah, but I don't know. I get trying to get the steal.
At a certain point, they've showed us they're not missing. So I understand philosophy. At a certain point, let's see if Giannis tries to draw fouls, which actually worked out to be a way that benefited the Knicks.
Julius, turn around.
I'd see there's no answer.
What's happening? You just took a possession off for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, it's like you can't prove this with data, but it feels like when you let a team get into such a rhythm from deep, as the Knicks did, giving up open look after open look, you wonder how much that impacts the entire game when you let a team just feel that freedom, because it just doesn't. Watching it doesn't feel like the Bucks are concerned about whatever resistance the Knicks are putting up as regarding their shooters, and I feel like that can't not have an impact on a positive side for the Bucks.
Yeah, for sure. And like, this, I mean, I just talked about this being a prove-it game for the Knicks. Like, probably the approach of the Bucks in this game was a little bit of like, let's prove what we're capable of. And boy, did they ever. And this is a Knicks team came into this game third in defense overall. And they treated the Knicks like ragdolls, like they weren't even there. Like what about the Knicks defense feels particularly intimidating tonight? Because it certainly wasn't Mitchell Robinson. And it certainly wasn't their perimeter defense. So I don't know what you have left. And that's, it's again, a little bit of a concern. maybe it should be more than a little bit of a concern. But we'll see moving forward.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Julius is he in? Oh, sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, he's about to go for 40. I think you were about to mention.
That's
yes.
I think this is to go for 40, right?
This is 40 and 41 if he hits it. He's at 19 shots.
That's pretty cool. I don't think he'll leave.
Sorry, John.
No, you say.
Yeah, well, I want to give a Ben Kim Gervy in the chat just mentions regarding letting a team sort of get comfortable early. His point is you can prove it with data. You see it in social psych experiments on social facilitation. So that is going to require a little more reading on by yours truly, but maybe there is a level of allowing a team to get comfortable in that, having more of an impact as the game progresses.
Mitch just turned down a layup and threw it up the court.
He's in his head tonight.
He's in his head.
He is.
I mean, it's a great Julius game. Did anyone else have a?
No, that's it. I mean, Josh Hart's played pretty well.
I was about to say Hart played really well.
Yeah, Hart had a good game.
Jesus, what is that now? They are 23 of 35 tonight. No, 22 of 34. Excuse me, 64% from three.
Yeah, it is the greatest.
This is a historically good night.
It's
from
historic.
Three. Yeah.
All
right.
I'm just curious if they're gonna be the first team to do it and top 66% with at least 20 made field goals.
Well, and that didn't count.
They're at 64.7% right now.
Yep,
22 with 34.
Incredible.
I've never seen anything like this, and I hope I never see anything like this again, unless it's from the Knicks, which I'm not holding my breath.
DJ, it's really only in the first half that I've felt like schematically the Knicks were taking advantage of. It's the second half, like some of these are just like them hitting tough shots, like him, not tough threes, but like they're threes that you're okay allowing, and they're just hitting everything, right?
Yeah, and I guess that's kind of my point as I'm like processing it. Like, was all those open looks in the first quarter, did that carry over and just allow this Bucks team like that freedom and that comfort zone shooting against this Knick roster? It feels like there's something to that, or just one of those nights, and it's probably a little bit of both, but
and
either way, phenomenal shooting by them, and just incredible.
And in regard to the open looks, like it is, again, give credit where credit is due. This Bucks team forces you into many an uncomfortable decision.
Yes.
And like this is why you trade for Damian Lillard. I mean, in short, like, because it all stems from that. There's another missed free throw from Brunson, by the way.
Listen, get them all out now, right? In the game that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Or not matter, but is
Charles Yoon with a super chat, #bad take. No, missed a three. Grimes is giving me Knox vibes. Dominant summer league, Miami in season. He hashtagged it bag take. Okay.
Grimes has already accomplished way more in terms of contributing to winning in his NBA career.
I was about to say.
Way. I could be here all night. Way more contributions to winning basketball in his short NBA career than Kevin Knox has already. I was going to say ever will. I'm not gonna cast aspersions.
Then he says, "Long time, John."
Thank you for the contribution.
He hasn't seen you in a while. So,
what? Who is it?
Charles Yoon, Youn.
Oh, okay. What's up, Charles? You know, RJ ended up with this game with 23 points on 7 of 18 shooting, or at least
he got to the line. Yeah, he got. We were saying like his rebounding is actually encouraging because
but that
usually when RJ's playing poorly, he's not boxing out.
This was not a good RJ game. I'm sorry, it was not.
No, nobody. The one player that played well was Julius Randle. And then if you want to squint and say Josh Hart and at times Brunson, fine. But
Yeah, I mean, look, Brunson was 10 of 17 on twos, and they were a lot of tough twos. And
didn't hit a three.
Yeah, he was 0-5 from deep, which is extraordinarily uncharacteristic.
Yeah, I'll have to see what that. Yes, and a lot of easy look, not easy looks, but open looks. I will like to see how he did as a shot contester, because I feel like the Bucks took advantage of him off the ball.
Beasley specifically,
when they weren't, when he was Beasley specifically, even when Brunson was in the vicinity, it didn't feel like there was a worry there, and that's that's Jalen's been really good defensively most of the year, so I'm not gonna indict him, but that's the concern when he's off ball and he's got shooters to close out on.
We were correct that Quentin Grimes not going to re-enter this game. Is in a game that will feature 200 more than 260 combined points. Grimes took a shot and missed it in 18 minutes. Again, it's a very tough role that's being asked of him. Very tough.
Yep.
$2.25 left.
We should say the subs are in. Like
the subs are in. Ryan Arcidiacono is on the floor at the moment. As is
Jacob Toppin is in the game.
Jacob Toppin is in there.
Yeah, making his NBA debut.
There you go.
Yeah. You know who this loss is on?
Who?
For being honest?
Who?
This is on Tibbs, and here's why.
Why?
That 500,000 would have mattered a hell of a lot more to these guys. These guys should have played the entire fourth quarter.
Oh, this lineup you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering where you were going with that.
$500,000.
You know what? Here's what I'll counter with
somebody's nuts off to win this game.
Imagery. Here's what I'll counter with, John, or agree with. You know what? Couldn't have been worse.
I mean, yeah.
John,
fuck, they're down by 24.
Yes, I know. They entered down by less, so couldn't have been worse.
Yeah. This is a 3-point game at halftime too, which is the real unfortunate part. I mean, and it was the second half felt extremely gradual. Like it didn't. There was no real big. I mean, when they went up by 20, finally, I guess that was the punch, right? Or the closest thing to a big punch, because that felt like a big swing too. I forget what exactly happened in that moment, but it was
campaign again. Are you kidding me?
We got a lot of hair at the center position at the moment.
We do.
In the Sims Lopez matchup. When they box each other out, they merge, and it's just a lot of hair happening right now.
Once a Nick, always a Nick.
Yeah.
There you go, Deuce. All right.
Yes.
The Knicks are going to end up with 122 points. And
Robin Lopez was the Knicks are competent signing.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Remember that? The Knicks are a competent organization. Look at this reasonable deal. Yeah.
Only to trade him a year later. Josh so focused in the super chat. Thank God AJ Green missed that. Welp, if there was ever a game you didn't want JB shooting to regress, this would have to be the one. And then we head to Boston Friday. Yuck. Yeah, this is what John's been on for a week about being conflicted about this tournament. Like,
I got to tell you, if they I don't know if this is controversial, but I'd much rather this be happening in this game, and then we win against Boston on Friday, than lose play the best game we've played all year, lose by 2, and then go to Boston and play the second best game we played all year and lose by 2.
Yeah.
I just fair. My viewpoint heading into this thing the entire time was, will this significantly undermine their ability to get the wins necessary to get a playoff seed? And it looks like they're going to be good enough that a top 6 seed should not be in doubt. But the East is freaking hard, man. The East is freaking hard. So that's all I got to say. Anything from you guys before we get out of here?
One more from Josso Focus. We've had a lot of bad thirds this season. I agree with that, but DJ, what do you got before we get out of here?
Awesome Julius game. So you take that, put that feather in your cap, and then just turn the page on this one. I mean, it was one of those nights. You're going to get plenty more before the year is out. It's still, the Knicks are a really good team, and let's see what happens in Boston.
We shall see.
Yes, sir.
I like it.
Thank you, guys.
We're going to head
Andrew,
over to the
you
post. I didn't, so I will send it to you now. We're going to head over to the post-game show and recap this one. So you can join John over there. My thanks to DJ. You can catch him anytime we do KFS X's and O's or on the next KFS watch along. And thanks for watching along with us, everybody. We apologize on behalf of the Knicks that they didn't cooperate, but we did our job. So thank you for tuning in, everybody, and we'll see you next time.